Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Red Skipper, and today I'm going to be bringing you some Napoleon Total War. But before I go into the replay that I want to show you guys, for those of you who do not know, I am leaving the Total War series and Total War community. Lately, there's just been some really bad decisions from people all over the community, and I don't really want to be a part of it. So I'm going to leave as well. On top of that, it's really no longer fun for me to play. It's been a lot of fun, but now recently it's just no longer fun for me to play any of the games, and so I'm going to be leaving the series and community till at least the next game, but maybe forever if the next one sucks, like Rome 2. Um, but for those of you who are subscribed to my channel right now, there will no longer be Total War videos posted onto it. Um, I'm sorry if you don't like that decision, but like I said, it's no longer fun for me to play it, so I won't have any more replays to show you or anything like that. Um, so now that that boring and kind of sad part is over, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a replay that was played a long time ago by myself, and my clanmates HMG Risk Squad and HMG SK Marsh against the uh, former clan of XXII. Um, and it was actually one of the most fun games I've ever played, and I really wanted to post it, but I think I just ran out of time, and then I had to go back to work, and it just never got posted. And I thought this would actually make a really good final video for you guys, and hopefully show you guys some tips and what I'm doing during the game, and some really good strategies for that map if you still play Napoleon Total War, and if you want to some little clan tips if you're playing with friends or whatever. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so here we are in game, guys, and to my left is SK Marsh, and to my right is Risquard, who is Prussia. And our opponents against Risquard, we have XXII Gilthonio, who is actually now in Huntsman, as well as XXII Slaughter, who is also a really good player. He is in TNC, I believe. Maybe he left. And then XXII K Christoph, and I'm not sure where he is right now. But they are playing as Prussia, and then Slaughter's playing as Prussia, and then K Christoph over here and Gilthoniel are playing as the Ottomans. So I'm going to speed things up a little bit and talk about what I'm doing here with my army. As you can see, I don't have a general staff. I just have a normal 18th Legion of the Brave as a general. And what the strategy we're doing here is called a revert, or that I'm doing here, and I believe Risquard and Marsh are doing that as well, is the reverse hammer. Basically, you can see I have two militia up front here, and my line is actually going to be in front of my lights. And this is really helpful because I can station my militia up on the hill, and then have my lights be completely safe and my line be able to shoot up all and have all of these three lines firing up on top of this hill or forest or whatever. So yeah, and then I also have these chasses à cheval, which I can use as another line of firepower, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward into the game here, and hopefully it'll load up here soon. I'm not sure though. La da da, do do do. Okay, so Prussia is of course just going to rush the hill. And I think if you play on Syrian Ridge, which this map is Syrian Ridge, by the way, a lot of people are going to be rushing this hill, especially the center area. And I find that if you actually do this reverse hammer, you'll have a lot better success. I'm not sure why it is, because they do have the high ground, but to have the amount of firepower, they have to push down off of the hill onto this little ridge here to get the amount of firepower that you will be putting up by the two militia, or your militia, your line, and your lights onto this hill. So it's really, really a bad section, or it's really nice to have your little lower part, as well as we're going to claim this little section here, which is actually really, really nice. This whole region right here, this little crescent shape, is a brilliant spot to have and to control, because now we can have the crossfire here and we can easily defend this position. They cannot split us here. It would be very difficult too, because I have some old guard and Swiss foot back here, as well as cavalry, and it's just, if they wanted to push down into this region, we can easily flank them and destroy them in this region. So it's really hard for them to push up here, and it's not very good. So if you guys are playing this map, I would recommend see if you can try and take this region here, or if you're playing on this side, take this region here. I believe Point Man pointed that out in one of his videos. So yeah. Sorry, I'm out of breath. So the main engagement is actually kind of going to start here, and he's got musketeers into the forest, but I mean, you can see here the strategy is where it's going to succeed, is he's going to be firing all of his men onto my militia, while my Swiss foot and voltigeurs behind are completely safe, and they're easily, and I'm not going to be hitting my own men. Let's see, because they can fire over the heads of those guys, and these guys can fire over the heads of both, and it's just really nice to have, so you're not hitting any of your own guys. And of course, Marsh is kind of supporting here with his with his line build, so I can pull my men over here. Really helpful. So I would say here is their kind of first mistake. They're going to push into this crescent, which I said is basically a kill zone here, and they're just pushing up with 3 mounted Nazim Khedits. Another problem, he does not have them off fire at will, so it's really going to be bad if one of those guys pops off a shot and hits his own horses in the back. That's not going to feel good at all. At all. But now I got, basically, as you can see, we're winning this engagement because I have more men firing upon his units than he does of mine. And soon, I mean, I can push up. I can just keep defending here, and they can't push up in here because I have 2 old guards, 4 chasseurs à cheval, and basically all of his cav now is dead in this. The Ottoman cavalry is almost dead in this region, and now I can push up with my old guards to get more firepower onto these lights and line, as well with 2 more chasseurs à cheval pushing up. So that's 4 layers of firepower shooting up onto this hill, and he only has 2, which, as you can see, 4 beats 2. And even though he's in the forest, it's a tremendous amount of firepower just destroying these lights and line and everything in those trees. It's just not going to survive. And we can see Risquard has, yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to see. We've got lights and line into these trees, and now what I probably should have done here is pushed up with my old guard onto here, so to help him out. Actually, no, I didn't, because I saw that this little ridge here was going to prevent me. I would have had to go all the way up here to actually get a shot. Actually, yeah, another good tip. If you playing on this map, make sure your sight lines are hitting your enemy and not your own men in the back. It's going to save you a lot of men in the long run. So, I mean, we can see, again, we have the reverse hammer here. He's trying to push onto the hill here, but we have Prussian lights, musketeers all firing onto these Nazim Khedits, and he does have them pretty well placed, but they are dying. Like you can see, 23, 68, 56, 64, and it's just going really shitty for Gilthoniel. But now that Marsh has pushed over and kind of taken up this gap, I've been able to push over a light to help save the old guards. And I can push up with some more cav, and time to go send these ponies in. And here's a cool little cav tip, if you didn't know. So, slow motion. Basically, what he's doing here is he's going to rush my cav. Now, if I had kept going straight into him, he would have destroyed my cav with the charge. But I changed targets at the last moment here. So basically, it really helps because this line doesn't have time to square, as well as these guys are going to get a diagonal charge onto my guys. So most of his lancers will miss my chasseurs à cheval, and I can now go through his men and onto his Jaegers, and then eventually down into these Nazim Khedits. Which I will switch targets to probably pretty soon. And all the while, I'm shooting up his cav and going into square, and these lancers fall pretty easily here. I mean, yeah, you can see that they're basically almost dead. And now, yeah, I routed those musketeers, and now just throwing these cavalry down into these Nazim Khadits, which are already shaken, which is pretty surprising. Kind of nice. But again, look, I mean, he only has what, two things of guards into these, or two things of line into these trees, and they're wasting all these resources on trying to kill these two men. And like I said, he can't get around here is because look, he's got two lights here. He can't get behind him. It's not going to work, and he can't get behind him here because I'm here. This area here is an amazing area to control if you can. Like I said, and here comes another charge and another great thing. Look, I mean, absolute slaughter. If you guys want to try this, go for it. It really does work on this map. It works really well on terrain maps. Although if the hill is too steep, you will get this will not work. And now because I own this region, I can push into here, and I can also push here. So now we do own this little zigzag formation here. We own this area of the map, and that's basically going to win us the war here. And he's just wasted the thing of musketeers coming down to melee my militia. Total waste of resources for him. I mean, everything went right for us in this game, and it was really, really fun to play. In fact, just because I hadn't played in a long time, and it was super fun to play. And we had really good teamwork, and also if you can try to voice chat saves you a ton of time than just typing. So like, hey, I need Cav. No, just go, and if you don't have TeamSpeak, which is what we use, just go into Steam Chat. Steam Chat works pretty well. Used to be crap, but now it's actually pretty good. So feel free to use that. And like I said, we own this little zigzag pattern here, and Gilthoniel. I mean, what can he do? He can't push down onto here. Risk is way too strong for him, and he's just got these two line. And now once I break these couple musketeers up here, I can push down onto these few last line and then swing around and take out these lights. And yeah, again, why this is super important. And yeah, it's kind of really, really important. Like I think I've said many times. Listen to me. If I say it many times, you should probably listen. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward here. I think basically the main game is over, and at this point it's pretty much GG. Because Prussia cannot push down onto onto my men here. Most certainly because I still have all these line with pretty good ammo on them. And he can't push down with no lights. He has he has two lights left, and he can't push down even with the help of the Ottomans, which are also almost dead. It's really, really hard for them to win at this point. And the Ottoman player over here hasn't even engaged SK, just because, I mean, SK has a great position. He owns this area here. He owns these trees, so he can't push up onto here. He can't push up onto here, and he's probably not going to take the light fight against the Brits. Probably smart. So there's nothing really he can do at this point. So again, I mean, if you can use your cavalry to your success, like I use them as another form of line, and then I use them to take out the line and lights and morale shock. If you can do that, it's pretty handy to do. And now see, our guards are about to get fucked. Yep. So, yeah, I guess that would technically be GG. I'll leave it on a little bit of fast forward here. Talk about whatever else kind of going through here. I might have missed something. But, I mean, now I guess I should be technically pressing because I've basically won, but he does have a little bit of positional advantage up on top of this hill as well. He has Cassier and all that fun stuff. But basically, we're just going to kill them in a war of attrition. I'm going to swing my cav over here, and he's got basically nothing to defend himself with. So take out Gilth, and then we can swing around and take out this guy. But yeah, so not much else I can say besides this was a really GG to the guys that played it, and I could not have asked for a better game against Slaughter, Christoph, and Gilth. I wish you guys the best of luck in the future Total War games. And everybody else that's watching it, have fun. Try out this strategy if you guys like it. It truly does work. Like, every time I play on this map, that's what I do. And then once you have your superior numbers, you can easily just push up onto this hill and drive your enemy back. Especially if your guy isn't a very good attacker, you can exploit this, and it drives Cav down to basically useless because of all the line that they have to go through, and it's just a tedious process of trying to win. And so I'm just gonna end it here. Basically, Risk Guard swings around here, and we just kill off the Ottoman player. As you can see, Slaughter's retreating, and Gilth O'Neill's basically dead here. Got a couple lines, that's about it. So, GG again to the guys. We did, after this, we had some more great clan matches and all that fun stuff. And I guess I'll see you guys later in the next video. And remember, I'm not doing Total War anymore, so do not expect a Total War video to pop up. Most likely, I will do some Dota 2 matches and some DayZ and maybe some Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Just kind of whatever I feel like at that point. And just see what you guys like. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some music, and you guys can watch the end of the battle here and have a wonderful day. And if you like the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with a different kind of video, and hope you all enjoyed it. See you next time. Thanks.
Just one day